I thought that it was a matter of real concern that planted stories intended to serve a national purpose abroad came home and were circulated here and believed here, because this would mean that the CIA could manipulate the news in the United States by channeling it through some foreign country. Now, we're looking at that very carefully.
Do you have any people being paid by the CIA who are contributing to a major circulation American journal?
We do have people who submit pieces to American journals.
Do you have any people paid by the CIA who are working for television networks?
This, I think, gets into the kind of getting into the details, Mr. Chairman, that I'd like to get into in executive session.
At CBS, we had been contacted by the CIA. As a matter of fact, by the time I became the head of the whole News and Public Affairs operation in 1954, the ships had been established, and I was told about them and asked if I'd carry on with them.
We have quite a lot of detailed information, and we will evaluate it, and we will include any evidence of wrongdoing or any evidence of impropriety in our final report and make recommendations.
Do you have any people being paid by the CIA who are contributing to the national news services, AP and UPI?
Well, again, I think we're getting into the kind of detail, Mr. Chairman, that I'd prefer to handle in executive session.
Senator, do you think that you named the news organizations in your final report?
That remains to be decided.
I think it was entirely in order for our correspondents at that time to make use of CIA agent chiefs of station and other members of the executive staff of CIA as sources of information which were useful in their assessments of world conditions.
Would you say that continues today?
Well, I would think probably for a reporter it would continue today, but because of all of the revelations of the period of the 1970s, it seems to me that a reporter's got to be much more circumspect in doing it now, or he runs the risk of at least being looked at with considerable disfavor by the public. I think you've got to be much more careful about it.
Shalom, and welcome to GMS Prophecy Soup. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Today's show is titled Operation Mockingbird, how the CIA uses the news to control the minds of the peons. Now, in the video clip you just saw, you saw Frank Church, which was then at the time of the recording, the senator of Idaho, bringing up allegations of the government influencing the news. And then you saw a video clip of the House of Intelligence Committee refusing to answer questions, and specific and direct questions about the allegations of the CIA manipulating the media. And then you saw the president of CBS himself at the time admitting to the fact that he was approached by the CIA, by the government, and he was told to work on a project which is called Operation Mockingbird. What is Operation Mockingbird? If you read in Wikipedia, it describes Operation Mockingbird as this. Operation Mockingbird was a secret CIA campaign to influence media beginning in the 1950s. Organized by Cord Meyer and Alan W. Dulles in the 1950s, it was later led by Frank Wisner after Dulles became head of CIA. The organization recruited leading American journalists into a network to help present the CIA's views, and funded some students and cultural organizations and magazines as fronts. As it developed, it also worked to influence foreign media and political campaigns, in addition to activities by other operating units of the CIA. And as we go through this lesson, you will see that the CIA, through Operation Mockingbird, controls and manipulates all forms of media. Now, media includes television, news, magazines, movies, newspapers. They even gone as far as to extend their fingers into the different school systems and these educational branches so that they can recruit workers. Now, before we go any further, I want to take a deeper look into the word media. Now, if you look at the etymology of the word media, M-E-D-I-A, you will see that it is actually comes from the Latin, and it's a plural form of the word medium. Now, the word medium is used in witchcraft. A medium is a person which speaks to the spirit world, like a soothsayer. And if you want to talk to a dead one, or if you want to translate a message from the spirit world into our so-called world, then you would use someone called a medium. A medium can also be a device, like you have the Ouija board, you have the Urim and Thummim, that's a medium. But Esau's medium nowadays is a TV. Another look at the word medium, there's different variations of medium and of media. Another variation is media, spelled M-E-D-E-A. And if you take a look at media spelled that way, you'll see that it goes back to Greek mythology. Now, Media is actually a Greek goddess, and she is known for her enchantments and for her witchcraft. Media also goes back to the Medes and the Persians, the ancient Medes. The ancient Medes were known for their magi's, where the word magician comes from. So as you see, Esau's media has everything to do with witchcraft. So in part 2, we'll look into how the news plays its part in Operation Mockingbird and the dirty secrets behind it. Shalom.
Okay, my name is Luke Radowski from Brooklyn College. It's an honor meeting you. And I have a very important question. I really hope you can answer this. I mean, former CIA Director William Cozy in 1976 said the CIA controls and owns everybody in major significance in the mainstream media. How do you think that relates in 2011?
Bill Colby said that?
Yeah. He's on record stating that as a fact. Saying the Central Intelligence Agency...
Since he drowned shortly after that, it's hard to talk to him about it, but
of course,
I had never heard that Bill said something like that. He's a very sensible guy. It's certainly not true. There's got to be some kind of misunderstanding.
Do you have a comment on Operation Mockingbird, possibly?
What?
Operation Mockingbird?
What's Mockingbird?
It's a CIA operation that infiltrates mainstream media and tries to control that. It's declassified.
As you describe it, I don't see it. As you describe it, I don't think it
Whenever you get a chance, just look up Operation Mockingbird. It's declassified government documents.